All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Let's get this NFL Week 4 review and Week 5 preview and picks. And also, we talk a little bit about the MVP race towards the end. So let's get this over with. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Broncos and the Jets. Didn't watch it. I got way more. My time ain't that much. I don't have that much time to watch that, all right? But let's move on, all right? The Broncos did win 37-28. Saints played the Lions. We went up 14-0, and they scored 35 straight points, and just couldn't stop Drew Brees. And Saints was down 6 starters. Lattimore, Jack Rabbit, both their number 1-2 corners. Davenport, their defensive end. It was down Jared Cook, Michael Thomas, and pretty much Latavius Murray and Alvin Kamara ran all over them. Chargers and Buccaneers, I paid attention to that one. That was a really good game. At one point, I think Herbert went up 24-3 with the Chargers, and he's a tremendous talent. Really is. He went up at some point. He went up a lot, and pretty much Tom Brady proceeded to throw 5 touchdowns. He threw a deep one to O.J. Howard. He ruptured his Achilles, I heard. Mike Evans was playing with a hamstring and a half a hamstring. He still dominated in that game. But Herbert played well. Eckler went out, and I think that changed some things. And also Mike Williams was not playing for them. But Ronald Jones gave him 111 yards on the ground, and obviously Leonard Fournette was injured as usual. Brady threw 5 TDs, 30 for 46, 369. Still showed he got an arm. And Mike Evans, he caught 7 catches, 122 yards, 1 TD. Scott Miller caught 5 catches, 83 yards, 1 TD. But Herbert is a beast. I knew he was good. People say, he couldn't do this at Oregon. Nobody has won a national championship in my memory in Oregon. But he threw 20 for 25. He only had 5 incompletions, 290, 3 TDs, and 1 interception. And that was a really, really good defense that he played against. The Buccaneers front end is athletic, fast, and they great at stopping the run. But Buccaneers won 38-31. Jaguars and Bengals. Joe Burrows is definitely the rookie of the year right now. I think he's the first rookie to throw for 300 yards in his first 4 games. They defeated the Jaguars. Minshew, he threw for 351, 27 for 40, 2 TDs, 1 interception, and just, he threw 2 TDs to DJ Shark, but whatever it was, it just ain't clicking for him. Joe Burrows threw for 300 on the dot, 25 for 36, 1 TD, 1 interception, and Joe Mixon really got the job done for him. He's 25 carries, 151, 2 TDs, and he dominated. So he's just in a bad position. If Joe Mixon was playing with the Patriots or something like that, he'd be dominant. Vikings, they defeat the Texans in the toilet bowl game. They both haven't won a game. We know Bill O'Brien got fired after that. And pretty much it was the Dalvin Cook show. Once again, he got to be up there for MVP candidate. 27 carries, 132 TDs. He got 2 passes for 116. Kirk Cousins threw 16 for 22, 260. But it was a Dalvin Cook show. And, for Watson, it just ain't really been good. He threw for 20 for 33, 300 yards, 2 TDs. Will Fuller dropped a touchdown at the end of the game. They could have sent it to overtime, so if they made the extra point. But Vikings win, get the first win of the season. Seahawks and Dolphins, just the classic West Coast to East Coast travel, or Southeast travel, if you want to call it that. They played a good game, but Russell Wilson eventually pulled away. He threw 2 TDs, 1 interception. But, just won their best game. They did enough to beat Miami in that game, 31-23. The Browns, they ran over the Cowboys. They let the Cowboys come back at the end, and then Odell closed it out. Juice Landry threw a touchdown, but I think it's clear as day is that Baker Mayfield is not that guy. 165, 2 TDs on that sorry secondary. Nick Chubb's got injured in the game. I think he's going on IR. Kareem Hunt, he carried the ball 11 times for 71 yards and 2 TDs, but Cowboys, they setting Dak up for failure. He threw 4 TDs and 1 interception, and the defense gave up almost 50 points to the Browns. And they could have won it at the end. Just Odell did that end-around touchdown. And, Browns, I wouldn't be hype about the Browns. They got to find them a quarterback. I'm off the Baker bandwagon. Cardinals and Panthers. Panthers is 2-2 since Christian McCaffrey went down. He on a temporary IR. They beat the Arizona Cardinals 31-21. Kyler Murray, 24 for 31, 33 yards, 3 TDs. He had 6 carries, 78 yards on the ground. But maybe people starting to catch up to that air raid offense. I said they need to be under center a little bit more. But Bridgewater was 276, 2 TDs, 1 interception. He got his first rushing touchdown since his knee injury. It was a nice little scramble, but he had 6 carries, 32 yards, 1 TD. Mike Davis ruled the day, 16 carries, 84 yards, 1 TD, and he had 5 catches for 27 yards. But DeAndre Hopkins was playing on one leg that game, so I mean, not sure what he did. I don't think he did much. He had 7 catches for 41 yards. He didn't do much. So I mean, it is what it is. Panthers 2-2, and there was two losses with Christian McCaffrey, 2 wins without him. So Bills and Raiders. Hold on, over my bad. We getting ahead of so Ravens and Washington. Lamar Jackson just ran all over him, got on track. He scored 2 TDs to Mark Andrews, but they got to find Lamar some help. They got to find Lamar a receiver. Marquise Brown and Willie Snead ain't gonna cut it. And Mark Andrews, they got to go get Antonio Brown. And they got to find another receiver, too. I mean, they should have went and got Stephon Diggs, but, you know, I don't know why. Now he balling in Buffalo. But the Giants and Rams, I didn't really pay attention to this game. Obviously, we had the fight between Jalen Ramsey and Golden Tate, but the Rams barely won at home. I thought they would blow out the Giants, but they didn't. And the Giants just ain't got enough oomph without Saquon. Bills beat the Raiders 30-23. Josh Allen did get knocked out of this game. I did pay attention to this game a little bit. But he still threw for 288, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 24 for 34. Singletary, he gave him a little bit, 18 carries, 55 yards, 1 TD. But it was pretty much Stephon Diggs through the air, 6 catches, 115. And they just did enough. The Raiders are a solid team. They played the Kansas City Chiefs this week. They've been dealing with some injuries. Josh Jacobs is banged up, and Darren Waller still banged up. He had 9 catches, 88 yards, no TDs. They got to find better weapons for Derek Carr on the outside. That's just what it boiled down to. They need receivers, but they get stumped out by the Bills. Colts and Bears, that was the one they thugged out. Bears came back at the end, but Phillip Rivers and the Colts are for real. I think they lost to the Jaguars week 1. Maybe they wasn't ready, but they've been undefeated since then. And They a dominant football team on the defensive end. Nick Foles just got down on the Falcons last week, and I know they changed the quarterbacks in the middle of the game, and you know, it ain't the same, but Jonathan Taylor, he did okay. They just did enough to win. They played better defense. And their defense ruled the day, and Nick Foles didn't look good at all. He threw an interception, 1 touchdown, 249, 26 for 42, but I think the Colts got a legit defense. They just need the better quarterback play, and I just think Phillip Rivers just don't have an arm no more. They lost Paris Campbell from Ohio State, too. I think he'd be back, though. Eagles and the 49ers. That was an interesting game there. I actually watched that game. I was actually live while watching that game, and Eagles just did it. They did enough. They did enough to win the game. Carson Wentz is absolutely throwing to nobody. Offensive line beat up, but you know the 49ers, they just didn't have their starting quarterback, and you know the Eagles just it was a good game for a team with a backup quarterback and a team with a lot of injuries, and they just did enough to win. So they number 1 in the NFC East because they got a draw, 2 losses and a win. Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. I watched that game last night. Ironically, I was live on my other channel watching it, and they had a bad call on Patrick Mahomes. That's true. But then I think the turning point of the game was before the half, where Brian Hoyer jogged around there and he took a sack when they could have got a field goal. And you can't hold Patriots down. Patriots couldn't hold the Chiefs down for 4 quarters. Mahomes eventually exploded. Falcons and Packers, nothing to see there, people. Aaron Rodgers just dominating the Falcons without his top 2 receivers, Lazard and Devontae Adams being out. So it's time to fire Dan Quinn. It wasn't much to see there, but let's continue on. Let's get into the picks for Week 5. Obviously, I don't have the injury report, so I'll use common sense. We're going to the Buccaneers and the Bears Thursday night. Give me the Bucs. I think the Bucs are doing enough to win. They'll be at Soldier Field, but I just think the Bucs on the right wave. Front 7 dominant, and I just think the Bears defense not the same. So give me the Bucs. I think they win by a touchdown. Bills and Titans on Sunday. Oh, that's a good game. Titans are cleared to go back to their facility. Everybody tested negative for COVID, so they had 16 people test positive. 16 staff members, 16 teams. And also they was looking at the Titans for violating COVID protocols too. So I don't know what the determining factor would determine that or made them look into that. But don't know if they was finding out. But it's a good game. Titans got a good defense. Bills got a good defense. I think the Bills' evolution to be a championship team to beat the Kansas Cities of the world. I think they could beat the Ravens. Ravens ain't shit because they ain't got no receivers. But I think it's going to be a pass rusher. They got to get them a Khalil, a Vaughn. They got to find them a dominant pass rusher. But Jadeveon Clowney ain't been doing nothing this year. But I like the Bills in that one. Just think they got some rhythm. I know Titans got some rest. I think they got some rhythm going. I think the Bills win that game, in my opinion. I think they're going to win it by a field goal. It's going to be a close, competitive game. Jaguars and Texans. I think Houston get their first win there. What y'all think? I think that Houston did the first win. Definitely what the doctor ordered. A team that's rallying without Bill O'Brien. A team that's looking for their first win. Got one of the better quarterbacks in the league still. But I think they get their first win. Jags going in the wrong direction. They tanking for Trevor or tanking for Fields or Trey Lance. But I think they get on the board there in Houston. Over the Jags. That's a 1 p.m. Sunday game. Sunday, 1 p.m. Bengals and Ravens. Murder what she wrote. I like the Ravens, but murder. I think that defense is going to be too tough for Joe Burrows. I think it's 300-yard streak ends at Baltimore. So they have Baltimore. Hopefully they can protect. They do a lot of max protection to protect Joe. I think the Ravens run the check up by like 14 on them. But they did get their first win. They got a draw. Panthers and Falcons. In the stadium, in the Dirty Bird Stadium, give me Teddy Bridgewater for the win. I just don't trust the Falcons. They haven't won the game yet, I don't believe. I think the Panthers do to get the job done. I think Teddy can go in there and do a good job. So, I like them by a field goal. I think they get down by 2 touchdowns, come back and beat the Falcons by a field goal. Raiders and Chiefs, 1 p.m. too. All these 1 p.m. games we're saying. Give me Kansas City by murder. They ain't Kansas City. It's going to be a block party. It's going to be a light show. It's going to be an air raid attack. I think they murder the Raiders. Raiders don't have no weapons on the outside, and they're not healthy with Waller or Jacobs. So I think Kansas City probably win by like 20 points. Cardinals and the Jets. Give me the Cardinals. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Arizona to break their 2-game losing streak. They're going to stump out the Jets. And, too bad for y'all boy Sam Darnold. Eagles and Steelers. Give me the Steelers. I think they're a Super Bowl sleeper. They got a championship caliber defense, and Big Ben getting in shape and getting his rhythm. I think they can win that game at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give me the Steelers by, 2 touchdowns probably. Rams and Washington football team, still 1 p.m. games. Give me the Rams. I think they go to Washington. I think it's a competitive football game just because they coming from the West Coast to the East Coast. But I think the Rams get the job done by a touchdown. It'll be competitive for a while. Dolphins and 49ers. It's a 4:05 game. The fans go out to 49er land. Upset pick of the week. Give me the fans. I say Fitzmagic go out there and do his thing. I think the fans win if it's no Jimmy Garoppolo. If it's Jimmy Garoppolo playing, give me the 49ers. But give me the fans with Mullins or Beathard at quarterback. I think the fans win by 3. Giants and Cowboys toilet bowl game. I don't think the Giants won yet. Have they? I could be wrong. Let me check. Yeah, they 0-4. Dallas 1-3. They should be 0-4 too. They got that miracle win versus Atlanta. I like the Cowboys at home. Damn, how many times the Cowboys been at home already? Jeez Louise. Even the Cowboys by a field goal to be competitive. Broncos and Patriots. No Cam. Give me the Patriots. They find a way to win. Broncos at a backup quarterback too. That's 425. And also the Cowboys, Giants 425. Colts and Browns. Ooh, we picked the upset pick of the week already. Give me them Colts on the road. Give me them road dog Colts. They went up to Soldier Field and they put the smack of down on the Bears, the Care Bears, Rudy Poole. Give me the Colts. They a nice sleeper. They got good defense, front end and back end and front end. They got Jonathan Taylor, even though Mac, he went out with an injury. He been rolling. Give me the Colts by the Big 10 ball. No Nick Chubbs. I think he'll be out. Kareem Hunt, I think he got a little injury. Colts dominate that game. Might be ugly. 425. Vikings and Seahawks Sunday Night Football. They going to Seattle. Murder what she wrote. I think Kirk Cousins going to have a good game. Seahawks defense ain't shit. But I think Russell Wilson will go up there and put a performance. I see a 5 or 6 touchdown game for Brother Wilson up there. The Vikings secondary sucking. Danielle Hunter's probably I think he's been advised to miss the year. So Yannick Ngakoue will be by himself. But give me the Hawks by like a 10 ball. 10 ball. Chargers and Saints on Monday night. Oh, they going to the Superdome with no fans. Love Justin Herbert. But give me the Saints with or without the injured players. I think they get the job done. If they don't have Michael Thomas in their corners, I think they still get the job done. If they got everybody healthy, it's gonna probably be a nice, comfortable win. So, cover we going with Saints on Monday Night Football, Seahawks on Sunday Night Football, Colts to beat the Browns. We going with the Patriots to beat the Broncos, Cowboys to beat the Giants, Fans to upset of the week over the 49ers in 49er land. That's without Jimmy Garoppolo. If he play, I got the 49ers. I got the LA Rams beating Washington at home. I got the Steelers stumping out the Eagles. Got the Cardinals getting right by beating the Jets. We got the Chiefs beating the Raiders. We got the Panthers stumping the Falcons out at home. Road Warriors. Ravens stumping out the Bengals at home. Texans beating the Jags at home. We got the Bills slightly beating the Titans on the road. And we got the Buccaneers stumping out the Care Bears on Thursday Night Football. That should be a nice game. And also, let's talk about some MVP talk. I think Joe Burrow is the Rookie of the Year. Yes, over Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think his degree of difficulty is too much. I think right now, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie Defensive Player of the Year is probably going to go to Patrick Queen. We at the quarter mark. Offensive Player of the Year. Josh Allen playing really well right now. It's between Josh, Russell, and Rodgers, and my homeboy. But you know what? I'm gonna say Russell's my MVP. Russell's my Offensive Player of the Year through the quarter. Defensive Player of the Year is probably gonna be Aaron Donald once again. He's just so dominant. So that's my list. If you had to give me my top 5 MVP in the quarter, it's a long season. Russ 1, Allen 2, Rodgers. Russ 1, Allen 2. I mean, who does Green Bay beat? That's a great question. I want to bring that up for a minute. Who have they beaten? Okay, they all on his job. He beat the Vikings. They ain't won yet. He beat the Lions. Come on, we know what we about. They beat the Saints without Michael Thomas, and they beat the Falcons. They haven't beat nobody. So Russ is my number 1 guy for MVP. Josh Allen is number 2. Mahomes is number 3. And Aaron Rodgers is number 4. So those are my top 4. I say Rodgers because Rodgers haven't beat nobody. Right now, I think the Saints are 500. The Falcons haven't won a football game. So everybody is always riding Aaron Rodgers' job. They haven't beat nobody. The Vikings just got their first win. The Lions just got their first win another week ago. The Saints didn't have Michael Thomas. They 2-2. They have beat nobody above 500. So how can I say you are MVP? You MVP can't. So this is my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think. Check out the NFL playlist for more videos like this. Don't forget me on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out via business question, card response, your video quest. Keep sharing videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App is CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your picks is, what your upset of the week is, and all that good stuff. One time for the one time we go.